Yahoshua, Joshua chapter 24. And Yahoshua gathered all of the tribes of Israel to Shechem, and called for their elders of the Israel, and for their heads and judges and officers. They presented themselves before Elohim. Yahoshua said to all of the people, Thus says Yahuwah, Elohim of Israel, long ago your fathers dwelt beyond the river, Terah, and the father of Abraham, and the father of Nahor, and they served other mighty ones. So I took your father Abraham from beyond the river, and caused him to go through all of the land of Canaan, and multiplied his offspring, and gave him Yitzchak, which is Isaac. And to Isaac I gave Jacob and Esau, and to Esau I gave the mountains of Seir to possess. But Jacob and his children went down to Mitzrayim, or Egypt. Then I sent Moshe and Aaron, and I plagued Egypt, as I did in their midst, and afterward I brought you out. I brought your fathers out of Mitzrayim, and you came to the sea, and the Mitzrites pursued your fathers with chariots and horsemen to the sea of reeds. They cried out to Yahuwah, and he put thick darkness between you and the Mitzrites. And he brought the sea upon them and covered them. And your eyes saw what I did in Mitzrayim. And you dwelt in the wilderness a long time. And I brought you into the land of the Amorites, who dwelt beyond the garden, and they fought with you. But I gave them into your hand, and you possessed their land, and I destroyed them before you. And Balak, son of Ziphor, sovereign of Moab, rose up and fought against Israel. And he sent and called for Balaam, son of Beor, to curse you. But I refused to listen to Balaam, so he continued to bless you. And I delivered you out of his land. And you passed over the Jordan and came to Jericho, and the masters of Jericho, the Amorite and the Perizzite and Canaanite, and the Hittite and Girgashite, and the Hivites and Jebusites fought against you, but I gave them into your hand. I sent the hornet before you, which drove them out from before you, and also 2 sovereigns of the Amorites, but not with your sword or with your bow. I gave you a land for which you did not labor, and cities which you did not build. You dwell in them, and you eat of the vineyards and olive trees, which you did not plant. And now revere Yahuwah, serve him in perfection and in truth. Put away the mighty ones which your fathers served beyond the river and in Egypt, and serve Yahuwah. And if it seems evil in your eyes to serve Yahuwah, choose for yourself this day whom you're going to serve, whether the mighty ones with your fathers, who your fathers served that were beyond the river, or the mighty ones which are of the Amorites, in whose land now you dwell. But I and my house, we serve Yahuwah. And the people answered and said, Far be it from us to forsake Yah to serve other mighty ones. For Yahuwah our Elohim is he who has brought us and our fathers up out of the land of Egypt from the house of bondage, who did those great signs before our eyes, and has guarded us in all the way that we went, and among all the people through whom we passed. Yah drove out from before us all the people, even the Amorites who dwelt in the land. We too serve Yah, for he is our Elohim. Then Yahoshua said to the people, You are not able to serve Yah, for he is a Kodesh Elohim. A jealous El is he. He does not bear with you with your transgression and with your sins. If you forsake Yah and shall serve mighty ones of a stranger, then he shall turn back and do you evil and consume you after he has been good to you. And the people said to Yahoshua, No, but we will serve Yah. Then Yahoshua said to the people, You are witnesses against yourselves that you have chosen Yah for yourselves to serve him. And they said, Witnesses! And now put away the mighty ones of the stranger which are in your midst, and incline your heart to Yahuwah, Elohim of Israel. And the people said to Yahoshua, Yahuwah our Elohim we serve, and his voice we obey. And Yahoshua made a covenant with the people that day, and laid on them a law and a right ruling in Shechem. Then Yahoshua wrote these words in the book of the Torah of Elohim, and he took a large stone and put it up there under the yoke that was by the Mikdash of Yahuwah. And Yahoshua said to all of the people, See, this stone is a witness to us, for it has heard all the words of Yahuwah which he spoke to us, and it shall be a witness against you, lest you lie against your Elohim. Then Yahushua sent the people away, each of his own inheritance. And after these events, it came to be that Yahushua, son of Nun, the servant of Yah, died 110 years old, and they buried him within the border of his inheritance at Timnath Serah, which is in the mountains of Ephraim, and on the north side of Gaash. And Yisrael served Yah all the days of Yahushua, and all of the days of the elders who outlived Yahushua, who had known all the works of Yah which he had done for Israel. And the bones of Joseph, which the children of Israel had brought up out of Egypt, they buried at Shechem, in the plot of ground which Jacob had brought from the sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem, for 100 kesatah. That's, I guess, a form of payment, in which he had become an inheritance of the children of Joseph. And Eleazar, son of Aaron, died, and they buried him in a hill that belonged to Phinehas, his son, which was given to him in the hill country of Ephraim. Ooh, that son. So I started in right here in verse 22. I kind of giggled because me and a brother Tobiah, we were just talking about this, except we used the word Hebrew. So we were talking about like what we're called and what we are, and how we're Hebrew. We're into the Hebrew now. We've crossed over. We're Hebrew and seeds of Abraham. And basically here Yahushua is telling the people who they are. You are witnesses against yourselves that you have chosen Yahuwah for yourselves. And they responded and said, witnesses. Because when I responded to Brother Tobiah when he was like, we're Hebrew, we're crossed over, I'm like, Hebrews. So it's just like confirmation. We just had this conversation like 3 days ago, and then now I'm reading it here, and it's just amazing. Praise Yah for our family, our mishpaka. All right, shalom, shalom.